Hello everybody, John back again with another Adobe Lightroom tutorial. This time we're going to look at lens corrections, which we can see here, and we're going to look at enable profile corrections, remove chromatic aberration and the constrained crop. We'll also look at the upright features, and we'll then also look at these different panels here. So what have we got? We have enable profile corrections. So what this will do, this will correct the image for any distortion introduced by the lens you're using. If you're using an ultra wide fish angle lens, or maybe one of the new 11 to 24mm lenses, then you can use this and it will get rid of that distortion. It will also get rid of any vignetting you might get introduced by using that lens wide open. And so to use that, it's very simple. We just click on it and you can see straight away what it does to the image. If we look at the skyline here, it's not so obvious in this photo, but if what you often find when you have a transition between dark areas and light areas, say down the edge here, you can see we have a purplish tinge or outline to the cliffs, and that's due to chromatic aberration introduced by the lens. Now the way to fix that is really simple. We just click on remove chromatic aberration and the software does its job, and you can see we've now lost that purple tinge along there. We also had some, if I uncheck that, you can see we've got some green tinges in the roof of this house, and again we click on that and those green highlights go, and that's how chromatic aberration manifests itself as green and purple fringing. So the last thing on this panel is constrained crop. So what this will do is this will constrain any cropping that we might do to the original area, and this is really useful when we start using the upright section. So we have four options here. So we can have auto, which will try and automatically adjust the level of everything within the image. We can try and just level any horizons. We can level any verticals. I notice we have some fence posts down here which are not quite vertical, and then we have full, which will try and actually absolutely level everything. So we can just go through these things and try and see what this does for us. This may not work, or we can see what it's done to the image. It's not helped it, I don't think. We can click on level, and to try and level stuff we can click on vertical, and this will try and make things vertical or not, as the case may be. Or we can do full, which will try and do everything. Let's click that off and let's do those again. We might see some differences. In fact, it looks like on this particular image it's just trying to push everything to the same angle. But what constrained crop does is it means we don't lose, or it'll automatically crop off to suit the size. If we don't have that selected and we do this, then it'll start adjusting the size, and you may end up going out getting empty areas within the boundaries. So if we go to, so that's what this front panel does here. If we go to the profile and we enable profile corrections, what this does, this looks at the metadata contained within the image, the EXIF data, to see what lens it was used to take the photo. Now I happen to know that this lens I used here was a Tamron lens, and for some reason the metadata for Tamron and Sigma is the same, so Lightroom just goes to the first one it finds, which is Sigma. If I change this to Tamron, it's actually picked up the correct lens for me. Now we can set this on default or auto and it will automatically choose this, or we can just create our own settings for distortion and vignetting and then save that as a custom profile. That's if one doesn't exist for your particular lens that you're using. And that's all it is for the lens correction. Now for colour, this is the chromatic aberration, and if we go back up here, now this has actually picked it out quite well. It's corrected it quite nicely, but if we found that it hadn't done a good enough job, we've then got the opportunity here to actually select how much we should be trying to adjust in the purples and in the greens, and then we can also adjust the hue and the width of the hue that we want to get out of there. We can also go off and choose, if we could find, actually if we just uncheck that, and if we could find the purples in here that we wanted to use as my fringe colour, perhaps it wasn't detecting the purple correctly, so we can see we've got the purples in here. We can actually select the purple that we want to use as the fringe colour, and then we can enable that, and as you can see, it's, or since we select it, in fact, it's actually taken that colour out for our chromatic aberration. I must admit, I find the defaults are actually pretty good at doing that, so I don't use this too much. And then the final one we've got is the transformation that we can use to try and change the verticals and horizontals of our image. So if we go into there, and we can then choose loop overlay, so we can choose grid to show our loop overlay, and now we're in a position where we can start to adjust the distortion of this thing. So if we wanted to correct the verticals, and we can just slide this and it'll attempt to correct verticals. We might want to correct horizontals, this will twist it, we can distort it, rotate it. So I'm going pretty extreme on this. We can adjust the scale, we can adjust the aspect, although on this photo it doesn't appear to be doing anything, and that's how you can correct verticals or horizontals which are out. This is typically useful if you're using, or if you're hand holding your camera to take the photo. You can find this quite useful to correct verticals, correct converging verticals in particular, and so forth. So that's the lens correction panel. Thank you for watching, and next time we'll look at effects.